That's what led up to that judgment. The whole earth being shaken. The wickedness of the people, the sins of the people don't reach that height. The snowballing of the sins of the people led to that judgment. And we're seeing it happen right now. As it says in Luke, it says, as people, what they do? Drinking, marrying, right? Is they not doing that now? Someone give me that piece. Give me, no, it's hold on. Lucky. Is it on Luke? Is it Luke? Luke? Give me Luke 17, verse 25. Luke 17, verse 25. Right? Luke 17, verse 25.
This is the book of Luke, verse 17, verse 25.
Right.
But the first must he suffer many things, and be rejected of this generation.
Like us, we're being rejected of this generation. And when they say in Matthew 11, it said, how should I liken this generation unto men that sit in the marketplaces, calling to their fellows, saying, we have packed unto you, where ye have not walked and danced. So we're being rejected because they're not dancing. So that's showing that we're the true followers of Hamashiach Yahushua. Because the same way Yahushua got rejected of our ancestors in that generation, that's that same generation back again, rejecting the prophets. Come and I'll read.
And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man.
There you go. The thing that been is the thing that shall be. Read that part again.
Luke 17 and 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man.
And so shall it be in the days of the Son of Man. And we're in those days, man. Right? Coming on.
They did eat and drank. They married wives. They were given in marriage until the day of Noah entered into the ark. And the flood came and destroyed them all.
And destroyed them all. That was that shaking of all the nations at the time. Right? Come on.
Likewise, also, as it is the days of Lot, they did eat and drank. They bought and sold. They planted, they builded. But the same day that the Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the main point. But I brought to bring out that precept to show you that. Now what's happening right now was literally just in likewise how it was during those days, during the days of Lot and Abraham, during the days of Noah and his family, and that wicked generation back then. Right. They were eating and drinking, and now it's more wicked than even back then. Because now they got new genders now, man. And, you know, same-sex marriages and drag queens and. That's why I said that the shit that's what's about to happen now is going to be like none that we've ever seen before, because the wickedness that we're seeing right now is far exceeding the wickedness that was back then. That's why you even got the wicked rebelling against their own society. You got Edomites protesting against their own fucking self, man.
Yeah.
You would think that would be niggas, like all people who protested against their own shit, but you got white people protesting against each other. You know what I mean? Just a recent clip I saw the French
That
firefighters,
was a
man,
beautiful thing.
fighting against the police rioters, man. I'm looking at that shit thinking, ain't that bitch? Ain't that bitch, man? You got police rioters, man, taking off their helmets, taking off their
Whoa.
gloves, and joining the protest to fight the rioters, man. I said, well, fuck this shit, man. I see why these motherfuckers are protesting. You know? So, it's a wrap, man. You see in your team all this, and it's all hidden from, there's no media coverage on it. There's no main media coverage on it. You don't see this in the main media, like pretty much the whole world over is out in arms, man. Just in the streets about the shit, man.
No way.
You're not seeing it. France, Spain, right? Belgium, right? Amsterdam, in an uproar,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
England, the UK. You ain't seen that. You walk around central London, you don't see no something, but there's even there's footage of people are protesting in central London, right? It's all over the world, man. Okay?
And they have many protests before, but this one is a different type of protest.
Yeah.
Imagine policemen going against fire engine people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's different. It's totally different.
Yeah, completely, man. Right? Coming up. But then they said they were eating and drinking. But that goes into what Paul was writing to the brothers in Rome. Because what he says is it's high time to awake them that's asleep. To come out of the drunkenness and the rioting and all of that, because that was actually a tradition. People actually did this, like now, like you're only these so-called white people come from work and they're drunk and
Yeah.
you know, you go to Soho in central London, you see them. That's Baggy Central now, right? And you see Edomites dressing up like women and stuff like that. That's traditional for them, man. They be dressing up like women and all that weird stuff, all feminine. They did that in ancient times. Yeah. They did that. That's actually the feast of Bacchus, which is actually the Greek god of wine and revelry. Right? That's why there's actual wine shops, man, and there's actually labeled Bacchus, and you won't even know what that word means until you actually go into it. That actually goes back to Greek mythology. A lot of the stuff that we're seeing around us goes back to Greek mythology, right? Greek deities, man.
Yeah.
All right, paganism. You see? That's what you see. What's Friday night and Saturday night all about?
Right.
What's that all about? Revelry, partying, drunkenness, adultery, man. All that. That's what it's all about. Cheating and it's wickedness.
Lust of the flesh.
Yeah, like, you know, that's what gets people, you know. That's what entices people. But anyway, come on. You got something?
I was reading before.
Is you still in Luke?
No, finish. You said finish.
Go to Romans where they talk, it's high time to awake our sleep. Because we were reading how in the days of Noah, what they were doing, they were drinking and eating and giving hand in marriage. I also show you how.
I've got something here if you want me to call out this. In 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 13. But I would not you have be ignorant, brethren, concerning that are asleep, that we sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Yahushua HaMashiach died, rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua HaMashiach will bring with them. For this we say unto you, by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep.
That's going into brothers that have died in the truth. That's going into brothers that have died in the truth. We're not going to prevent me, and we're not going to precede them that have died in the Lord. I mean, they're going to come first. Right? We that are alive until the coming of that day, you're not going to prevent them that have died in the blue. They're going to come first. They're going to rise first.
You want to do any Romans? Yeah?
Go to one of the Romans. Do you know what that is? This is time to awake us. This is Romans 13, verse 11. I should know that. Romans 13, verse 11. Romans 13, verse 11. Yeah?
Romans 13, verse 11.
Romans 13. That's to the brothers in Rome, because you got a lot of our people say, oh, see, the Romans were Edomites. These Romans, being a Roman, that's a citizenship. Like being British. Or I'm a Londoner. Right? That's citizenship. You had Israelites that were citizens of Rome. They were Romans. Like Paul. Paul was an Israelite by nationality, but he had Roman citizenship. He could speak Latin. Okay?
The book of Romans, verse 13. Romans 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now is a high time to awake out of sleep.
Right, because motherfuckers back in the time of Noah, they didn't know the time. They were all too busy making mockery of Noah.
Yeah.
For all them decades, man, over a century, they were making mockery of him. Showing it was different back then. Motherfuckers sound for over a century. One man, you don't have the back of another brother. That's because how powerful Noah was. Noah had power back then.
People scoff, people beaten down and
Because shit, man.
Yeah.
Prophesy by yourself for over 100 years. He didn't have a camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have a camp. He was out there solo. Soldier. So it's not we were not stronger back then. And he went hard. He was
He's a lot. He's prophesying and building the ark at the same time.
Yeah.
And he didn't have anyone to help him with the ark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot of work, man.
Yeah. Now that's putting in sweat, man.
You have to get all the
That's
nails.
putting in some sweat.
Get the sweat. That's a real ground.
Then you had to call in, you had the power to call in the animals.
That's what he's got to do.
Yeah, all that. He had them powers where he could communicate with the beasts. And he did all that. And he was prophesying too. Against all that. And he had to deal with the humiliation for that longer time. Like, because if I'm a brother here, I can take some of that burden and put it on you brothers. Because when I'm out here by myself, I've got to deal with all that humiliation. And when brother is here, he can help me take some of that load off from me, man. But Noah had to do all that shit, man. Come on now.
Right, Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
And even more so now.
Wow. Rakathiya Basham Yoshai.
And even more so now. Now our salvation is nearer than when we believed, man.
Wow.
Because the banks are actually crashing right now. Silicon Valley and some other commercial banks over there in the States, they're crashing. Right? Some people they can't withdraw their money. Look what happened over there in Nigeria. People can't withdraw their money. They start all hell broke loose, man. The military had to be deployed, man. And all because of this whole the election of the new president of Nigeria.
Yeah.
And everything like that. Right? And Nigeria, that's pretty much what's happened over there. That's like the main catalyst. What's gonna happen the world over, internationally, right? Okay? What is he doing?
Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation is nearer than we believe.
When we believe it. Now we believe it. I've been the truth for like what, over 13 years. When I first came out, man, I had a missile sign. Then I had a chariot sign. And I thought that the Lord was going to come, man.
Yeah, man.
Right now, I jumped out of you. Yeah. Right? My family was cussing me out. I didn't care, man. Right? My whole family was against me and shit. Now our salvation is nearer than when I believe even back then. Right? Because now what? They're actually talking about this whole war, man. Back then they weren't really even talking about it. We didn't have much information on this third world war coming. Now we can see it.
And even back then, the prophets would say, how long, Lord, how long?
Yeah.
And they were nowhere near where, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How long?
And the elders would always make the, every year, say, this could be it, man. This could be it. Right? The New Year's Eve of destruction and remember that? But then it wouldn't come. It wouldn't come. But then then every year you have motherfuckers dropping out the truth, talking shit against the elders. Every year, every Passover, there'll be motherfuckers talking smack. Every year, man. So that's them guys saying, oh, the Lord delaying is coming. Because for you to drop out or start rebelling against the elders, that shows you that you don't really believe, man. You're one of them guys, you think the Lord is delaying is coming. You're in that scoffing spirit. You're scoffing the prophecies, man. That's what you want to do, you're scoffing the prophecies. But if they really had fear, if they really believed that this thing was coming, they'd still have been in line. All them camps will still be here that dropped out, they still be here. Right? Coming up.
This is the thing, right? Because for those guys who drop out, it shows that they're not occupying the prophecy. Because if they're occupying the prophecy, like, you know, we say this could be the year, yeah, we say that, but we still in our minds know that prophecy has to play out. So when guys are saying, oh yeah, this could be the year, and they're thinking that, and they're not looking at the prophecy, when it doesn't happen to be the year, they're like, oh fuck this shit, man, nothing's happening, I'm going back in the world. Not realizing, look man, if you focus on the prophecies, you'll know what's going on. And you know that certain things have to happen before your house shall return.
Right.
So it's like we grow in faith and we endure. For those who don't have the faith, when they get weak and they fall out.
Let me get this little piece of
I remember the scripture says that we're going to experience wars and rumors of wars, that it says at the end, but the end is not here yet.
but it is not yet.
Not yet. So, we still, even this time now, we know where the end, but we still have, as Brother Caleb said, we still have to go through the process.
There you go. There you go. Good point. But the end is not yet. So even though you're seeing, and we're seeing it even more so, with the earthquakes and the rumors of the war, we're seeing it more than we did fucking 10 plus years ago.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
But even then, the end is still not yet. Things still must have on. What's happened, right? So what? That's what it says. Possess your souls, man. Right? Still be circumspect. Still be on watch, man. Still be on guard, man. Don't get lackadaisy.
Like the guy who suffered his house and broken up because he was watching.
You won't watch it, man. You got comfortable. This is not bed. You got comfortable. But you know what that was? This is on Matthew 13. Matthew 13, verse 22. He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. Right? So that's it. So the care of this world, the deceitfulness of riches, man, they got comfortable. And that was a thorn in their side, man. And that they weren't prepared for. That the end isn't yet, man. But anyway, where's he at?
Verse 12. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light.
That's you separating from the world. Coming out of the ignorance of this world, coming into this truth, come on.
Let us walk honestly, as in the day, not in rioting or drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not provisions for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
So again, it goes into it. And that's what that was customary back then, man. Of frolicking. And you actually go into forget what it is. It's like yeah. Frolicking fellows, lewd dances and yeah. Look up the word rioting in that verse. Romans 13, verse 13. Look up the word rioting in
Romans
that verse.
13 and 13, yeah?
Yeah, in the blue letter that means. Blue letter that.
Right, Romans 13 and 13. Which word are you?
13 verse 13.
No, which word you want to check out?
Rioting.
Strong's G 2970. Rioting, in writing. It says, a revel, a carousel, it says a nocturnal and righteous possession of half-drunken and frolicsome fellows who after supper parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus.
Yeah, a nocturnal is like nighttime.
Yeah.
Something that's done at the night.
Yeah.
Right? But that's what Esau does. That's why you see them chanting them football chants and shit, they're all drunk and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what Esau did. But that was during the time of the Greeks. And who was the Greeks? The sort of the ancient Greeks. They're the so-called Edomites, man.
Right.
So-called white men. Right? But that's what happened during the time of Noah. That's what's happening now. Right? And the scriptures are advising us to wake up out of that whole lifestyle, man. Why? Because we know that the end of this time, this age, is just round the corner. Right? We're going to end in a nuclear apocalypse. Anyway, read that again.
Right. Strong's G 2970. A nocturnal and righteous possession of half-drunken and frolicsome fellows.
And being drunk, when you like wine, that's what they call it, spirits. Or gin. Gin, that's evil spirits. Gin, spirits, because that's what alcohol does to you. And then when you go in the scriptures, when you drink wine, you're gonna drink it moderately and really in your private, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to be out there in public with your whole drunk self out there, puking all over the place. That's what Esau does. That's their culture.
Yeah, the women get drunk on the floor.
And our scriptures advise against that stuff, man. The real wine is what the scriptures is wine. This is spiritual wine. Right? That's not gonna work. And give me it's Isaiah 28, 28 verse 8. You know where it says when it goes into line by line, here with the lyric there, you go that, and then go up on this, it goes into the wine. So now, you're finishing that. So now,
No, let me finish it, Elder. Yeah?
you're an Israelite then.
Right. In the honor of Bacchus, or some other deity.
See, it's all in honor
Yeah.
of some pagan deities, which are demons.
Yes.
Which are, again, spirits and jinn. When you're drinking out in public, or, you know, the little football chants that they sound, that's all in honor of Bacchus, man.
It says, yeah, and sing and play
See?
before the house of the male and female friends. Hence, used generally of feasts and drinking parties
See?
that are protracted till late at night.
That's how they got partying.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right? Late at night, 2 in the morning. And what happens in them parties? Nothing but adultery. You got women that you have a man. Here is you got a man, but you at the bar. Yeah? You're looking for a next man.
Yeah.
But you dressing a girl's night out. That's all in honor of Bacchus, man. It's all kind of adultery, all kind of nakedness, all kind of lewd behavior. Right?
But it
So
says,
they must have been all kind of,
indulge.
because there weren't no abortion things back then.
No,
There weren't no, a contraception back then.
That's why child sacrifice is so right.
Yeah. Because they took them, yeah. When a woman got pregnant for being a damn hoe, she took that child and sacrificed him, man.
Gave it up to Molech.
Yeah. And you got some more?
Yeah, that's it. It says, indulge in revelry,
Don't indulge in revelry, man.
reverie.
Come on.
That's it. That's it.
So that's what they were doing before the time of Noah. So Bacchus predates Greek. You know? Where it's got named as Bacchus back then, but it's still a demon. Right? The whole partying demon.
Like carnival spirit.
Even our people are into that, man. This daggering and all that shit.
Because I think in the carnival there's a word called bacchanal.
Yeah.
You know, bacchanal, it's the same. Bacchanalia. It's the same.
Bacchanalian, you know, that goes Saturday.
That's all witchcraft that carnival.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. When you look at the footages of what's happening in Carnival,
Yeah.
there's our people just totally into that heathenized spirit, you know. Oh boy, like the
All
women
the
who dressed up.
tribes have All the tribes have carnival, especially the women.
Yeah, that's
They can't wait for carnival to come out.
even Jake down there in Brazil. They were worshiping Satan and making a mockery of Jesus Christ. Yeah, the white Jesus Christ. And then like not too long afterwards, man, the Most High sent a damn flood and a hurricane, man, and a damn mudslide. Fuck them all up. And now they're calling on Jesus now, man. After they just spent a whole carnival dedicated to make a mockery of Jesus. You see what I'm saying? So again, it is all in honor of wickedness, all these carnivals and celebrations, right? You see? That's what it's going to say, our 40 set in our great dignity. It's dignified.
Isaiah 28. Isaiah 28 verse up. But they're also taking one. Isaiah 28 verse 7. And they have also erred through wine and through strong drink, and are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up with wine. They are out of the way through strong drink.
They're out of the way through strong drink. Is that talking about real drink? Let's read on. Come on.
They err in vision. They stumble in judgment.
They err in vision, they stumble in judgment. So that's what the wine is, judgment. Real wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. They're erring in it. The priest, the prophet,